Today, I want to talk about a feature that flew under the radar in the last few months. Vercel is no stranger to making the web faster, and this new product is no stranger to this. We'll be talking today about Vercel Edge Config. It is one of those products which requires a second read to really understand the value. So let's dive in and see what exactly is Edge Config. In its simplest form, it is a key value store. A really simple database where you can attribute a value to any key. You can store in total 8 kilobytes of data for personal accounts and 64 kilobytes for pro accounts. Now you might be wondering, Guy, why is this even useful? That's not even enough space to host any data. But you would be kinda right. But giving the docs a second read, we discovered two fascinating things. First, the read speeds are completely insane. Reading a value will take 15 milliseconds, 99% of the time. Secondly, these are globally distributed all across the world, meaning the data is stored and replicated all over the world close to where your users are located. This makes it a fantastic companion to Edge functions that execute close to the user. But you might still be wondering, how is this even useful with only 8 kilobytes of data? Well, let me prove you wrong. We will talk about 3 use cases, and I will show you one of them in the code directly. The first use case I want to talk about is feature flags. Imagine you're rolling out feature flags or rolling out a feature and doing A/B tests. Another feature we can talk about is maintenance mode on your site. And lastly, blocking malicious IP addresses. The reason these all work really well is that they are features where speed is key. To see it in action, let's implement a maintenance mode. We'll keep things simple. I have a simple Next.js project that I hooked up to an Edge Config data store. Now comes the fun part. We can read this data from any Edge function or serverless function. I'll pair this with Next.js Middleware, since it is a really versatile Edge function that runs before all calls that are made to the Next.js rendering functions. I'm using the Vercel/Edge Config SDK that you can install from npm. This allows us to read really quickly the values from our Edge Config data store. This function is simply checking if we are in maintenance mode or not. If we are indeed in maintenance mode, we proceed to answer back with a maintenance page instead of rendering the page the user wants. Let's see it in action. I will start things off with maintenance mode as off. And here I get my regular Next.js application. However, if I head over to my store and change the value of maintenance to true, reloading the page will instead give me the maintenance mode message instead. As you can see, in under 3 minutes, you're able to have a super fast globally distributed data store. This is not meant to replace your database, but I highly recommend it if you have these kind of scenarios where you need a small level of data to go to your application really fast. I hope that this was useful for you to learn, and have a great day.